Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to continue talking about main idea and supporting details. Yesterday we went through some webs where we had to think about the topic and the details that would go with it. We read some passages and thought of titles that would go in with those passages that told the main idea of what it was about. Now, today we're going to be reading and deciding which sentence in here doesn't support the main idea. Let me do a few together and then you can do the rest on your own. So the first one, number 1, says, women's gymnastics is a very popular sport to watch during the Olympics. The girls compete on 4 different events: uneven bars, balance beam, vault, and floor. Men's gymnastics has 6 different events. While the women's floor routine is to music, the uneven bars, balance beam, and vault are not to music. Now, I need to think, what is this mainly about? Well, it's mainly about women's gymnastics in the Olympics. So which sentence does not go along with this? If I read it again, I think the sentence about men's gymnastics having 6 different events, that does not go along with this main idea because we are not talking about men's gymnastics in this one. So I'm going to cross that out. Let's look at number 2. Many different shapes are considered quadrilaterals. A quadrilateral is any shape that has 4 sides. A quadrilateral is any shape that has 4 angles. Squares, rectangles, rhombi, and trapezoids are some examples of quadrilaterals. Pentagons, hexagons, and octagons are not considered quadrilaterals because they do not have 4 sides. So we need to stop and think, what sentence in here doesn't support the main idea? So the main idea is about quadrilaterals. We need to think, which sentence is not about quadrilaterals? Well, if I read in here, the last sentence, pentagons, hexagons, and octagons are not considered quadrilaterals because they do not have 4 sides. That doesn't really go with it because we are not talking about other shapes. We are only talking about quadrilaterals. Let's do one more together and then I'll let you work on your own. Violins and violas are very similar. Both of them are string instruments that you might find in an orchestra. You also could find a cello in an orchestra. Violins and violas both have 4 strings that you play by using a bow or by plucking. Also, they are both played by being held between the shoulder and the chin. Did you hear me read the sentence that doesn't quite fit in? Our main idea is about violins and violas being similar. So when we talked about that you could also find a cello in the orchestra, that sentence does not support the main idea. So I'll cross that out. Now, what you're going to do is you are going to finish and do up to number 12. Once you're done with number 12, then you will be done for today. So you'll read all 12 passages, and in each one you will cross out the sentence that does not support the main idea. If you have any questions, let me know. I will talk to you soon.